Welcome. This is Adda Shur from Shur Voice. Thank you for joining me today. And we are going to do some scales today that I've been speaking about doing for some time now. And I'm going to go over something called the Great Scale. That's a little bit in a modified version, basically just going up the scale 4 notes at a time. One octave of scale work, and in a way that you're going to feel like you're really working every aspect of the posture, your breath, your resonance, your mental focus, your hearing. And it's not about how fast can you move and how high can you go and how low can you go. It's how steadily can you move from one note to the next. Many times this kind of very slow, steady work is too boring for the average modern day 21st century person. Let's do this boring and really important work. So we're going to start on C, middle C. Now, if this should work down here for a guy, it should work up here for a girl. You can also start even on B flat. But let's just start on C. If you're a mezzo-soprano, you might want to start on a B flat. If you're a baritone, you might want to start on the B flat. Let's just start with the B flat, okay? So this is how it's going to sound like. I'm just going to give you kind of a quick demonstration of it, and then we'll break it down. So if we were to do that all in one, it would be 5 notes. But instead of doing, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to sound like this. We're going to use the vowels E followed by O. And I like to add the little tiny Y in between that helps release the back of the tongue. Y is the only consonant vowel. It's neither a consonant nor a real vowel. Help the back of the tongue to release so that the tongue is flexible, is not backing up and lifting and closing the back of your throat. Okay, here we go. E, O, E, and then take a breath. E, O, E, O, E, O, E, O, Pause for. Now I wonder how many people who are watching the video have already signed off because that was just too slow for them. If you're still with me, I congratulate you. Today we want to do everything quick and loud and fast and results. This is a wonderful exercise. I'm going to sing it a little bit for you. I am not fully warmed up. I'm not going to show you how wonderful I sound. Just going to show you how I would work now using the great scale if I was going to warm up myself. Okay? So we're going to use the vowel E and O. E, a pure Italian vowel, E and O, not O with a diphthong, but O. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So each note a half note. Later, when you get more advanced, you would hold each note for 4 beats, sliding to the next note for 4 beats. That means you're singing for 8 slow beats. I don't know, something's funny with my Zoom, it's glitching. Sorry. So now, I'm not looking at the piano, so I don't know what I'm doing. Etc. Okay, now the thing is, what I want you to do is in between the 2 notes, I want you to check if the ribs are popping open when you're done or not. So let's put your hands very, very lightly in the very right at your waist, and as far back, almost on your back as possible. Okay, almost on your back. Not in front of you, not anywhere in front of you, almost on the back. Your ribs are from all the way in your back, right? So they're going to be right over your, they're right here on the sides of your body, over your hip bones. So nothing here in the front of your body. Leave that area alone so it can expand and do what it wants to do. That's the diaphragmatic region. It's not the diaphragm. So put your hands all the way in the back, practically, of your back. The last 3 ribs that you feel, your floating ribs. Close the mouth. Inhale through the nose. And now this time sing mi, mio. Mio. Did you see how that opened there? I didn't open it. The body opened it for me. That's what happens when you finish exhaling something. You open your mouth, the ribs open again. But your mind is not aware that that's happening. Because it's not aware that it's happening, you overdo, you stiffen, you grow, whatever is happening, whatever it is that we are doing, we have to release it so that only this little action remains. Okay, let's go a little bit higher for a minute. Let's do C sharp. When these actions are delicate and minimal, then you don't need to have that much air come in and then collapsing it all at once. It's just a little movement and you're able to stay open longer. Once you're open, you stay open. Your goal is not to have the ribs collapse as fast as possible, but to let them suspend. Now they do gently come down, but they come down a little bit. See how slowly I'm doing that? Okay, so why don't you do that with your hands now? So open, close. Eo, eo, eo. Not eo, eo, but eo. And it opens again. Like a little ventilator, like this. Good. So that's kind of a slow exercise, isn't it? Let's do another one now. Now we'll do a faster one. There's no y in this one, just E-O. E-O. Let's go A-O. E-O. Now let's do O-A. Remember I talked about the zygosmatic arch, so practice having this little smile, even though you don't feel like smiling. Waking these muscles up. Don't be all flat. I can sing like that too. The sound gets very dark. And if I want to have a dark sound, I can. I have a dark sound. So I don't want to over darken my very dark sound. Nonetheless, I also want to wake up these muscles, make sure that my chin, my jaw, and the zygosmatic arch, the nasal cavities, that the resonation is working, that the breath feels that roof of the air contact. All right, so back to C through this slow scale. Sorry, let's do that again. Let's do A-O, A-O. A-O. Ribs open a little bit by themselves. A-O. Now, when the second note happens, the ribs should feel like they've expanded, but what is going to work is right below this whole area where your pants are. This is going to move in a little bit, but this is not going to be collapsed. See if you can focus on that. Put your hands here and go, E-O, E-O, down and out. Nothing is going up and out. Everything is going down and out. The notes are going up. The body's staying down and out. Okay, let's do V-O. Let's Me-O. Let's start here on D now. Me-O. And when this opens, the belly comes right back out too. It's not a belly action. They're connected. They're actions that are connected. It's one unit that has multi-directions. I'm showing you it laterally. Okay, this is the ribs, and this is their lateral, like an accordion. Let's do Me-O, Me-O, Me-O. Me-O, 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 Me-O. See if you go A-O, A-O, still keep the smile. A-O, A-O. Okay. All right. So these are things that we work and we work and we work on to get them better and better and better. And it's something that should fascinate you. If it's not of interest to you, then you're missing out a lot on the rewards of really good singing. And I don't usually like to give exercises of scales on YouTube because this really has to be practiced under supervision with your teacher, or if you're studying with me, so that as you're doing this scale work, you're really doing it correctly. You're that you're not practicing bad habits. So just because you know a scale pattern doesn't mean that you've heard it, doesn't mean you know how to do it. Nonetheless, I know how some of you are very curious and you want to get something immediately to do. So I'm giving you something that you can play around with, explore. Now, when you do this, let's do this. One last thing. This time, I just want you to hold one note for 4 beats. One note at a time. That's another exercise. One note for 4 beats. Beautifully started and beautifully sustained. So we'll do a fast 4 beats. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And later you expand it and make it slower. Let's start on B flat again, or let's start right on C. Or actually, let's do D. Oh, and repeat. Oh, and notice, can you hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4? And what happens in this area, and this area when you sustain that note? Smile and then say oh. Oh. Now listen again to your O and listen for the overtones in that note, if there are any. There aren't any. An overtone is the resonance. There are a series of notes that we don't hear. The good singer creates overtones. That's what creates the beauty of tone. Right now, my overtones are missing because I have a lot of phlegm right here on the D. I have more overtones here. Oh, oh. So if you were to sing G, oh, for the boys, oh, or the gals, right here in the middle of the middle. Oh, listen to how resonant is it. Each time you focus on just doing one note and listening to its possibilities, it gets better and better. So do about 5 times. The first, just one note at a time. Then you go to the next note, half step higher. Oh, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Tiny breath. Oh. Okay. Let's go into A. The more you sing it, everything here is supple, then this will get even more supple, and a shimmer and a vibrato will start coming in automatically, as you heard in my voice. But don't look for the vibrato. Look for a straight tone. If a vibrato happens at the end as a result, excellent. Let's do that again. Let's try ah now. Ah is a hard vowel for many Americans. So let's do ah. And now just ah. Oh, for the guys, ah. Okay. So let's see. I think that's about all we're going to do today. And to review the great scale is one note at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop. Take your. This time, when in between the two, you can actually close your mouth and breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 beats gently through your nostrils, gently inflating your ribs. So we'll do this one more time with a variation. So let's start here on C. I'm going to show it to you, okay? Inhale through the nose, 1, 2, 3, 4, like little tiny sniffs. Hold and then sing. Etc. Now, when you do this exercise correctly, then little by little, you're going to start aligning the release of the tone truly with the tiniest bit of air from the front of your mouth, from this tiny little pressure point here, and you're going to get out of the throat completely, which is what our goal is. So this has been quite a long video, probably way too slow for most of you. So let's just do, but if you stayed with me this far, you're gonna have a lot of benefit. It's sort of like going to the into a gym, and instead of doing all kinds of really dramatic things, all you're gonna do is perfect form 5-pound weights up and down, just beautifully. Then a little bit taller, a little hot, holding it, and then a little bit higher, a little bit higher, a little bit higher. Hold, breathe, back, 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 down. That's going to take a lot more focus, a lot more mental control, and a lot more awareness. All of these things are what the singer needs. Focus, mental awareness, getting out of the way of your mind chatter, focusing on what it is that you're currently hearing and experiencing. And then asking yourself, how can I make this feel easier, less strain, less effort? What am I supposed to feel? I'm supposed to feel something here. Am I feeling this, or am I feeling grabbing? What am I feeling? Can I do it without the grabbing? Let me get into that calm, natural breath that's related to a tiny sniffing, or a little bit of a tiny yawn you don't want anyone to see. And you let that impulse guide you. It takes a lot of patience and a desire to feel that ease. And this is what, when I'm with my clients, and of course they have so much tension that they're not aware of. You can't just do this in a heartbeat. It takes a long time. And for example, I've had a lot of health challenges in the last few months. I was not well. And naturally, I had issues with my breathing, and still have ongoing issues with muscular tensions and spinal things. And all of us do as we age anyway. And then we want to do, things like Tai-Chi, Qigong, Alexander technique, Hatha Yoga, things where we're flexing and we're increasing the motility and the somatic abilities of our body. We don't want to bulk up and have huge muscles that are making us stiff and not graceful. That's one of the worst things that's happening today with people who are working out, is that they're just working on muscle mass and muscle strength, and they're not doing anything, unfortunately, with the grace and the elasticity of their body. And if you look back at movies in the past, you'll see how everyone's postures and their gracefulness was so much better. The hips, the legs, the arms, the upper body, everything was so much more graceful. And it allowed people to communicate in ways that were more pleasurable as well. And also, please don't do a lot of this as I'm talking. Don't stop doing any of that constant head bobbing that so many people are doing to show that they're in agreement with you. It's very, very bad for your head and neck. So don't do it. Just be very still like this, like in the olden days. You just listened with attention. And then you said what you had to say. Anyway, this is a very, very different kind of video. And if you've stayed with me this far, I commend you. And I look forward to being with you again soon. Have a wonderful week. Adda Shur, Shur Voice. Please like and subscribe, and leave me any message below or a question, and I'll do my best to answer. Signing off for now.